I have a question for the actors, because I was very fascinated by their bodies. What have they been doing to become like that?
I want to talk politics, not bodies.
Can you tell us a little bit about the process of working in this film?
Yeah, the actors get the dumb fucking questions.
Well, I wouldn't say dumb.
No.
I thought it was special effects, actually.
No, we didn't have that much money.
No. Well, it was a long, arduous process for me. I think I quickly realized after the research that I did from all the eyewitness accounts how great the Spartans' bodies were. And I knew from that point on that I had to have a pretty exceptional body, because if the eyewitnesses saw that, then that's what I had to do. So I started training about 4 months before the film started. Pretty much, I was at one point doing about 6 hours a day. I was training with the film trainer, my own trainer, and the sword and the stunt guys. And basically, I screwed myself up, you know. I mean, it was phenomenal for me for the conditioning of the mind as well, and really getting into that Spartan way. And I have to say, I did, you know, by the time the film started, feel like a lion, like Leonidas, and that whether you buy this film or not is what was necessary to play the role. And I felt like I could stand up there and own that cape and stand in front of my stuntmen and not have them go, he's a little girl.
For a dumb question, not very dumb answer. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Cameron Egri. I am writing for the Turkish press here in Berlin. My question is going to Mr. Jack Snyder. Do you thinking, is it the right time to make such a movie? And the war, about war, and is it not the answer I'm meaning? The movie has no history, non-history, and only more blood, more war. What are you thinking about that?
I think that's...
But I have another question for Gerard Butler. How do you thinking about your part, and were there any real Greece actors in the movie?
There are some Greek actors in the film, yes.
All right.
You know, by the way, like we said, we've been working on the movie for 6 years. So, you know, maybe we probably should have stopped making the movie at some point. But my feeling is that any parallel between the current conflict and, you know, your own, to intellectualize it and create one, that's cool. I like that, because I've been asked, on one hand, is Leonidas George Bush or is Xerxes George Bush? Because I think you can make an argument for both sides, I think, pretty well. And the fact that, you know, to distill the movie down to the sort of modern politics and to choose a side, I think, is also important, because if you do choose a side, there's a very strong argument on the other side and maybe those people should get in a room and then talk it out, because that might be. And then, by the way, I think my film has created more détente than any other film, you know, or some conversation. How's that?
I think, can I just say, the film at the end of the day is a kind of thematic representation of something that actually happened. And, you know, yeah, there is two sides to every story, but if you were here in Germany and the British were in here right now, then I think, you know, you would have a pretty good argument for telling the story from your point of view and why you were being invaded. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is just simply retelling a story that happened. And if people want to get involved in politics, then that's good for them. But there's many other ways you can take this film, purely on an entertainment value, purely on the fact that it looks cool as all hell, and I think Zach's done an amazing job. And then you can, you know, these films are, that's why they're so great in my view, is because they're just completely mythical and full of really powerful ideas and notions that you can personally use in your life about, you know, how courageous are you? How much do you believe in the things that you do? You know, how much do you stick together with the people that are close to you? And I honestly can say, I might sound stupid saying that, but I felt that from the film. I felt that when I was playing it. And if anybody wants to, you know, start getting full of self-importance and, you know, feeling that it's making any more statement than that, then that's up to them. But that's it's ego, if you ask me.
Thank you very much. Lots of F words in there, but yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
No, don't be.
Don't ask me next. That's a hard act to follow, man.
I know. So, Mr. Butler, I hope this is not too dumb a question. I might get chopped too.
I was joking about that, by the way. You know. It was just hard. You know, that was another hard one to follow after all that political discussion. Was suddenly, how did you train your body? I've been answering it for 5 days straight. You know.
Yeah. Well, about the six-pack, mine is not out of shape. No, it's not about the six-pack. Actually, it's about being somebody in a basically much CGI movie, doing very. This is lots of CGI computers, isn't it? I mean, so did you act against the screen most of the time? How did the fighting scenes feel? How active, how physical was the shoot? Or was this a lot of make-believe fighting phantoms and stuff?
No, the fighting was real. I mean, I pretty much did all my own action myself. The big freelance thing, that was, he almost didn't let me do it, but I got my way in the end, and that's completely uncut. So and we went for that a lot. It was uncut action, learning sequences that were very long and very complicated, doing martial arts techniques that are kind of blend of sword fighting and Filipino, and it's twice the speed. You know, normally you have your clash. This was clash. You know, it was all over the fucking place. It was crazy. Working against a blue screen, a little weird, but you either have the choice to go, you know what, this is shit. It feels really bizarre. Or you kind of use it to your advantage. And I tried to look at the advantages. I just filmed Beowulf and Grendel in Iceland, where I think I almost died 15 times, you know, in hurricanes and in the Icelandic Sea up to my neck and falling down cliffs. It was actually, there were certain benefits to being in a warehouse with a roof over your head. And it actually adds to the intensity, you know, and I'm really into really feeling energies, and when you have 70 stunt guys who've all been working their butt off, and they all have that focused intention of like making this movie and getting the action right, that's something you can really, really draw on. And at the end of the day, I'm talking to you right now, I don't notice whether there's mountains over there or a blue screen or, you know, a metal pole. I mean, it actually helps you in connecting with who you're supposed to be connecting with. There were certain weird times when I was looking at, like, Zach would go, okay, the archers are up there, just about that light. And Xerxes is right up there. You know, just look to the back of it. So it was weird a few times, but you know what? It's all an acting exercise as well. It was all, you know, and I thought anything that was weird only added to the weirdness of the film, because it's fucking weird.